We are not reporters nor journalists. The views, information, or opinions expressed are strictly and solely barbershop talk. We pride ourselves on being uncut, unapologetic, uncompromising, unfiltered, and refuse to conform to anything less than. So if you can't cut the cap, this ain't the show for you.
Yo, they are now looking to do the Ghost and Tommy story when they first met.
Right.
How we feeling about this? They found a way to bring Ghost back for us.
Finally, but like,
Do y'all want to? I want to know how Tommy and Ghost met. I want to know when they met. I said we want you to come back.
I wanted it to be part of the Kanan series because it makes more sense. Because like I'm getting my wife into Power, so I'm watching the original series from the beginning. So I just watched the first 6 episodes with her, and there's a lot of little things that you don't remember because that joint came out like 14, like
Yo,
2014
wait,
or
wait,
something like
wait.
that.
You getting your wife into Power now?
Yeah, because she never watched Power.
Be careful. She might want a ghost.
Fuck it.
She might
But
not like
anyway,
you no more. She might want a ghost, nigga.
listen,
Be careful.
she definitely said he's smooth. That's funny.
Oh
She definitely
shit,
said he
it's
was smooth,
over.
right? Right.
Wow.
But anyway, so I'm getting her to watch it, and I'm listening to the
Oh,
little
brother.
things, and I'm listening to the little things on how they was bigging up, like Kanan and how he taught them the game, and when they was grooming his son, and when his son wanted to get into it, and they kept mentioning him. So me watching that show, it only made sense that it would Kanan got into the game first. He established himself, and then he got later on with them, and that would make sense how they got into the story on Kanan's series, right? But them putting their own series, how's that work with Kanan series? Because there is no mixture because the game they got into the drug game because of Kanan. They were
But that,
corner boys for Kanan.
but that's what I'm saying. But they could have had their own story before they met Kanan.
So there's not gonna be nothing drug dealing in. It's gonna be an entirely different show then. It's gonna be like a little kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it going to be? Because majority is all about drugs or growing up. Like, they didn't get into drug dealing until they got with Kanan.
But they probably gonna show how them two hooked up.
Yeah, I think you missed. Yeah, I think you're off for that one.
Yeah, but again, that's gonna be some little kid shit. Like, oh, they went to school, bullied the school, cool. Like, what is it really going to be
I
about?
want to see Tommy when he was young, little young white boy running around. He probably was, I don't know, getting fucked up, and then here go Ghost and helped them, and then he started
Like,
selling drugs. I don't know. I really
no, you
don't
got to
know
leave
how.
the drugs completely out. Because
Why?
remember,
Why?
they didn't because they didn't start selling drugs until they met Kanan. They were corner boys for Kanan.
But
So
no, no. But they could have been selling drugs before Kanan and just got serious with it when they met Kanan. They didn't just walk to Kanan and say, "Hey, today we're gonna start selling drugs for the first time."
from the way they talk about it in the first season, Kanan put them on and made them corner boys, and they came up from there. And then what's the chick that we didn't like? The cop chick, and she
I
kept
don't know.
mentioning it. Yeah, she kept mentioning with her pops how they and she keep throwing load like, oh, you got into drugs because Kanan, and he's like she kept mentioning. So everything led to like Kanan getting them started. So how you gonna have a whole show without Kanan? That's the part where I got to see where they're gonna go with it.
Maybe they was
Like,
selling pussy first. I don't know. They was doing something together, and we gotta know. That's why they doing this spinoff, so we could know what the fuck they was doing before they met Kanan. Look, 50 writers are not dumb.
so
They
maybe
gonna
this
they
is like
gonna
one season and then it rolls into Kanan.
they
No,
gonna
heck
do
no.
they gonna
I,
do something.
bro, they need to keep that separate, bro. There's a whole story here that can be told with just Tommy and Ghost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
There's
we
a
ain't gotta meet
whole
Kanan yet.
story that can be told, bro. You know what I
They just
mean?
didn't they just didn't become friends today and say, "Hey,
Right.
let's go meet this nigga Kanan and sell to
Yeah,
him." Like
bro.
they have their own background.
I'm not saying we understand that, right? But what is it going to be
You gotta
That's
build them how
about?
they met, when they met, they feelings, what they going through, they family going through,
So
yeah.
they
a
gotta
lot of
bring they
characters.
gotta bring Angela back then too.
No,
You trying to
bro.
go back to high
Yeah,
school
you
and
trying to,
shit.
bro. You trying to, bro.
You connecting
I'm
it too
trying to.
much to what you're doing is you're connecting it too much to the
Yeah,
story that was
bro.
given and not saying you're not understanding, but there's always another story within a story. All you got to do is ask what if. And I always say that like if you write and say this person goes to the store, but what if
Right.
anything could happen? Once you say what if, you can write the story any way you want after that. You can make up anything after what if. They're gonna make up a what if.
So it's
It was
gonna
only
be
going.
them growing up on a block or something like that, and
It
how they
might be.
met
Yeah, it
then.
might. They might have been
Yeah.
stealing cars together. They might have been doing something before they
There you go.
started
That's
selling
the
drugs.
answer I'm looking for. Like that's what did they do prior to that? Because it had to have been something.
But
That's
yeah,
what I mean. Like yeah,
yeah, but
that was what I was asking.
because that's what it say right here. Stars orders fourth Power spinoff original about the beginning of Ghost and Tommy. So it's
Hmm.
their story before they got into this story.
Yeah.
They just found ways to break every. One thing I like about Power and what 50 did with his team, they took one story and then they went into each character and made stories out of each character. I think that was fire. That was
Shout out to
brilliant.
Marvel
Marvel did that.
Universe.
Hell
Yep.
yeah,
That's
word.
fire.
Yep. Everybody's
That's
kind of stealing that now. I mean,
Yeah, that's
it's
fire.
working. It works. So they,
if done right.
yeah, they make a whole universe. That's where you get the name Power Universe from. Like,
That's
Yeah.
fire. That's fire. He gonna get sued. I gotta
no,
go.
ain't no
I
way.
gotta.
You green
I
light
gotta
and
go
you talking
speak
about
to
you
him.
get
Yeah, I
sued.
gotta go speak to him. I gotta say,
Listen,
so
Ain't
what
he
no
he
can't
doing?
way,
even sue
bro.
when Marvel don't even want to do it no more. See, like, they gonna leave him alone. Like,
Right.
but yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, no doubt. I just want to see what it's going to be about. Cause it'd be cool to see like a different take on the series, and it doesn't have to be drug dealing or
No,
some
he
type
gets
of
away from that. It's done, bro. Mm.
what.
Yeah.
But that's the confusing part of me because I don't know it. Like he said, they're gonna have to be stealing cars or something. They're gonna have to be doing something to build that bond and be getting into trouble together to
Right.
get to that point where they sold drugs together. What is that? That's the part I want to know how they're gonna
Maybe
do that.
maybe they might just show why they started selling drugs. Maybe they was down on money. Something happened. They owe somebody money. They could have been anything. And then they
Yeah.
start fucking with this guy, and it could be
And
anything.
it can't be
Right.
as babies either because they two grown ass men, so they can't play kids.
Yo, if Fifth goes away from was working, that would be terrible. He would mess it up.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
I
that's
wish they
one
would have
thing.
did this part as part of it. Just for me,
Nah,
this is
heck
how I
no,
envision
bro.
it. This is how I envision like the Kanan part, and then it kind of like later on spins into when they meet, and it carries on to that. I
How
don't know.
you gonna pay another? If you add another 3 stories, you're taking away from Kanan. Kanan is enough for himself. He got enough going on. It's his universe for himself.
Yeah, but
Plus,
that
they have to
eventually,
leave out stuff. Look what they did. They left out so much stuff that they could have added with Kanan because they don't have the time. Like
yeah,
What
but eventually it runs back into them. So
what I'm hoping is
that's
not
gonna
about
be
to happen.
years, bro.
I'm hoping y'all not forcing an issue
Right.
on us. Just leave it out. For all that, just leave it out. Now, if
I
y'all got it,
no, I was gonna say I'm not too sure about this. I never told y'all
yeah,
how I felt, but I don't like this.
yeah, I don't like this. That's what I was gonna get to. I
yeah,
don't like this idea. I don't need this. This I don't need because I feel like it's forced. Y'all should have found it. Y'all should have paid this man. Found a way to get. Y'all could still live off the fact that we never seen him really die.
yeah.
Y'all could do that. You know what I'm saying? You bring him in the Tommy fucking show. It's still connected to Ghost. Right now, this is the best time to bring Ghost back where his son Tariq needs him. The mother's back together. Tommy is fucking with the moms again. Y'all have no connect. They all fucked you over. Now you're going against the mob. This is the best time to have Ghost the Ghost appear and have some
I'm
type of
dead, bro.
connect.
What?
Or
Ghost to
have
ghost,
What?
Ghost the
ghosty
Ghost.
ghost.
Have
Ghosty
this
Ghost is
nigga
crazy, bro.
have this nigga appear and as a family again, y'all take over. This could be fire.
I just feel like that's the downfall of a universe, right? If you
Okay,
start to say, let's
back too
milk
much.
this, yeah, and they start milking episodes,
Yo,
and they start
yo,
leaving out. It starts to become like instead of it being an A series, it's a B series. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. You start stretching the product, and when you
But you know
start
what's
stretching
crazy
the
though, how
product, yeah,
I'm not to cut you off.
that's all right.
I felt that way when they started doing all these power series. Like, oh shit, they got too much going on, and then they turned out to be decent, right? They turned out to be really good. Like, I like the Kanan series, I like Tyreek series, um, and the weakest one was Tommy, which was the most expected one, right? So I get what you're saying. Like, it'll be a B series, but if they can make it good enough and somehow intertwine it, the writer's gonna have to write, and that's not their strong point. But the writer's gonna have to figure out some excellent way to include this and tie it into what we know already.
No,
Somehow.
the problem with that is And when people see this, they get excited. We all get excited, but no,
Yeah.
don't be fooled by this because now instead of you getting, that's what I mean about watering down. Instead of you getting a power book, our favorite one,
Yeah.
which is
For me, Tyreek.
Tyreek, right? So you
Yeah.
get Tyreek in June. By them adding this, we gotta wait longer to
We gotta
get
watch
to the
this one.
fire.
Yeah.
So now we got, instead of 4, we got 5 shows to get to before we get to the.
Yeah.
That's not good, bro.
Yeah. Kanan becoming my favorite over Tyreek.
Kanan is
slowly,
fire,
man.
word, bro.
Kanan is
Yeah,
fire.
But look how long we go. We gotta wait for Kanan now.
Yeah.
It's over for Kanan. We ain't seeing Kanan again until next
Next year.
January, right? Next January,
And that's if we don't have another strike.
right?
Yeah. But that Tyreek shit is my shit, B.
Yeah.
Tyreek, we ain't getting until almost the summer's over. So I
Yeah.
think July.
You got BMF right now. You got Force.
No, Force is
no,
over.
no, we got
Tommy is. I
Tyreek,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, Tyreek is next, which is like what,
Tyreek,
July?
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
where they was already promoting it, like what, July, something like that.
Maybe June or some
June
shit.
something. Yeah, bro. Come on, man.